4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Atomic Friends.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hello everyone, it's me, Awesemo. Welcome to the Atomic Friends Need for Speed review. My friends and I play Need for Speed and will be giving you our thoughts and opinions on the game. Need for Speed debuted in 2019 and was developed by Ghost Games and is published by Electronic Arts. It is the latest entry in the Need for Speed franchise. This is probably the last hurrah for Ghost Games as a lead developer, as it has been officially demoted and absorbed into the amorphous blob of mediocrity that is EA Games. You heard me. EA Games just is wiping them off the map. But whatever, it's their business motto, I guess. Need for Speed Heat was released on PC, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One. We originally played it on PC using the Steam platform, but then switched to played it on the Xbox Series X once we got our filthy, furry little hands on that. And so by the time we got to it, it had already been optimized to play on the Series X. And yeah, it looks good, plays like a dream, and we had a really good time with this game. We at the Atomic Friends would also like to thank Birdie Knits for making us these sweet new sweaters. So now we got a wardrobe, so keep your eyes out for our new threads. What do you think? I like my black turtleneck. I look debonair in this thing. I think I do. Looks pretty sweet. So, anyways, thank you, Birdie Knits. And maybe pop on down to her channel. Check out some of her videos. She does a lot of loom knitting, and that looks pretty cool. I could never do it because my dexterity isn't all that great. Yeah, these furry little hands, they can only do so much. I can barely play these games half the time. But yeah, we would like to thank you all for coming, and now for our review. All right, yeah, let's do this. And Noodles wants you to all to know that he lives his life a quarter mile at a time, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Here's some stupid movie reference. But yeah, there you go. Alright, now for our review. Hello everyone, it's me, Noodles. Look at my hand, it's really weird. What's going on with it? Oh, it's all over the place. I got my coffee, And yeah, I just wanted to maybe do a little chat about this game. As you know, I like to live my life a quarter mile at a time. Hold on, let me have some of this coffee real quick. Oh, that's delicious! Woo! All right. Well, Need for Speed Heat. This game rides the line between an arcade racer and a little bit of a simulation. You know, it's not Gran Turismo, but you know, it has a lot of customization of the cars. A lot, in fact, and I really dug that. You can make them look like anything. Oh, that's awesome. Do you guys like my cool tank top here? It's pretty sweet. I'm trying to look like Vin Diesel. But anyways, I kind of sit in resemblance. Look at my eyebrows. So anyways, I really dig the day and night mechanic. Racing in the day earns you money to feed your speed addiction, and the need to upgrade your parts to affect your car's handling, acceleration, whatever build. You know, you have the single turbo, twin turbo, and then the superchargers, and they all have kind of a different feel to them when they kick in. So yeah, I thought that was brilliant. That's great. Anyways, the day races are sanctioned races, and they have the streets blocked off so you don't have any traffic. The cops aren't trying to take you out. And now, yeah, there are no cops, no bystanders, and they don't get in your way, and you only have to contend with other racers, especially if you're me, because I like to bump into them and mess up their game. Yeah, and in the environment, but that's pretty subdued. That really takes place more in the night races. So yeah, anyways, now to the night races are illegal street races, and where the goal is not to earn money, but to earn rep points for your reputation. So these rep points are basically used to level up your character and unlock new cars, new parts, and races. There's almost a level of RPG elements to this game with the rep system, but only just a bit, and I'll just leave that thought there. Anyways, reputation also seems to move along the story, and at times do they need to be at a certain level in order to progress in the main story missions. And now, let's talk about the story. So yeah, the story here. Whoa, wow, this is pretty crazy. It's really a mixed bag. Not terrible, and you know, I guess you know, it's on par the level and exposition of a Fast and Furious movie. This means that the plot is thinner than melting ice, and in truth, it doesn't need much in order for you to get into the game. Let's see. Is a racing game that I mean, what plot do you need in a game like this? It's just, you know, an excuse to get you into the racing and kind of get you engaged in the racing scene of the game. So, you know, I'll take it. So yeah, the thin plot takes us to Palm City, or Faux Miami, and centers on Anna and her brother Lucas, with you being the new-to-town protagonist. What's new there? Yeah, very Persona-y. Anyways, Anna was part of a street racing crew that, though I only remember seeing one other person in this supposed crew. But, yeah, you see them in the opening, and the sole member of the crew is being chased by the crooked cops, who are the antagonists of the game. So yeah, this guy is who you play as, actually, at the beginning. It's really cool. You know, he's being chased by the cops, illegal street race, and he finds himself cornered by said rogue cops, and they look like they're gonna kill him, actually, when another rogue cop shows up on their motorcycle and stops them. They dump his highly modded street melter into the ocean instead of capping him, sending what I'm sure costs more than 3 times this dork's annual income into Davy Jones' locker. Davy Jones' locker. I almost said Davy Jones. Whoever the hell that is. I think he played bass in Led Zeppelin. So yeah, the cops leave. Anna shows up as this poor fool is walking away slowly, weeping. I'm sure he's don't know what he's gonna do with his life now. Maybe he'll go back to college on his mom's dime. So yeah, I always wondered, by the way, in this game or the Fast and Furious movies, what do all the side characters do for a living? You know, Vin Diesel and his crew, they seem to, you know, I thought they ran like a garage and they owned a sandwich shop. At least they became straight up superheroes later, so, you know, superheroes are government sanctioned or something, I think. But seriously, the rest of the side characters in this little universe on this movie series, they must be like trust fund babies with a penchant for imported Japanese cars. But yeah, I mean, really, who in their early 20s and teens can afford to own, mod, race, and by proxy trash brand new, outright rare internal combustion vehicles and not spend any of their time working? I mean, does any of these people have a job? Like, they have CEO money, and there they are, just, you know, doing their thing. So the characters in this game have a kind of a running theme. There's a running theme in this game. And that theme was addiction. The need for speed. Anna has it. Anna has it real bad. Like any addiction, it started to pull her down the path of iniquity. And by chance meeting, you two meet early on in the game. And, you know, you're going to get parts. You're new to town. You're going to get parts for your car. No one's answering the door. And there she is, showing up. Someone to mooch off of. And, you know, immediately after she meets you, she starts grooming your character for her own ends. So, yeah, she's pretty devious, if you ask me. So, yeah, almost immediately, she's vetting your character from the first meeting to join her new crew. So, yeah, spoiler alert, even after her car gets stolen by the other rogue element in the game, she steals a family heirloom from her brother, trashes it in a race that ends what should be a life or death situation. She's being chased by a psychotic cop. And guess what? She has you, or they have you, finding parts for the car that she trashed. You're over here trying to buy your way to win races, and she's over here trashing her father's car, which is actually her brother's, I think, now. And now you gotta fix it for her. What the hell is that? So yeah, you're feeding her addiction, and she's just using you. It's totally she's turning you into a codependent relationship. It's crazy. I mean, do you believe the audacity of this girl? Yeah, so, yeah, it really got me into the game. I was just yelling at her. I called her Ana Pendeja. I started shouting at the screen every time I saw her. Pendeja! So yeah, you're nothing more than a puppet used to perpetuate her dangerous habits, to perpetuate her addiction. A puppet to feed her need for speed. So yeah, I'll just calm down, and, you know, I think I'll let Osimo take over. I'm done talking about Ana Pendeja. Hello everybody, it's your boy Osimo. Wanted to say hi. I'm taking over. Noodles got himself all worked up, so he had to go take a walk. So yeah, no, he's right. You know, this is definitely one way to look at the story of this game. And you know, I noticed that once I also came to this conclusion, that's all I could think about in any interactions I had with Anna, the character. Yeah, she's crazy. She's definitely. With that said, I avoided a lot of the main stories missions at first, and just switched between day and night in order to kind of just build myself up, build my character up, and unlock and purchase cars that I wanted, and proceeded to modify a small stable of vehicles. This actually came in handy later as we began to unlock different race types in the side missions and main story missions. You know, there's I had the drift machine for drift races, the rally car for the rally races, which were my personal favorite. You know, so on and so forth. I really enjoyed this game. I was also into the day and night mechanic. And, you know, anytime I felt myself getting bored day racing, I changed to night, and vice versa. This was a really good move in my opinion, and I like that the day and night, you know, in the daytime the cops are almost completely ignore you. You literally have to like plow into them. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, it seemed like the villainous cops, the bad guys, they all worked at night. They had the night shift, and then yeah, it really fit the story. So that was pretty cool. And the night races could sometimes get frustrating. At times that could be really challenging. So I'd switch days. So yeah, that mechanic really came in handy. This kept things interesting. And my only real beef with the nighttime mechanic is that after a while the heat level would get so high that there was nothing I could do to lose the cops. I'd drive them into the water sometimes, but then you lose your car's health, and you maybe lost one cop, and there's still like 3 more after you. So that sucked. But it gives you a cool risk-reward aspect to the heat level. That was cool. But you are also not offered much in the way of getting yourself out of a hairy situation. From a few spots on the map, you can sort of cheat and hide on top of like these shipping containers where the drift stuff is at, where you learn that. And I can't remember which Need for Speed game it was where you had weapons. This is a couple games ago, I think. It was the last one. I can't remember. But it would have been cool if they had added that. Then that would have really made that a little more fun. But yeah, just my opinion. Okay. Well, whoa, do you hear that? There's someone up there. Okay. Alright, so when we played the game on our PC, we had to play a constant game of adjust the settings, because there was constant issues with having to compensate for our underpowered machine. I mean, man, we had frame rate drops at the worst times. After not having issues up to that point, you'd be in the middle of the race, and then frame rate drop. Oh, and it's paused, and you're in the middle of cornering, and it was terrible. Oh man, I suffered. I was getting pretty angry, and we had it on like the lowest settings after a while, and it was just barely serviceable. I mean, I don't want to say our machine sucks, because it really doesn't, but yeah, this game really, it's a beast. But yeah. So yeah, on the Xbox Series X, I did not experience frame rate drops, and the graphics looked amazing. The gameplay was very smooth. Let's see. Yeah, it was much better than the gaming laptop, for whatever that is worth, because it's very underpowered. Let's see. Yeah, okay, let's go. The weather effects were pretty amazing, and it rains all the time, just like in the real Palm City. And lighting is nice, and how it plays off of the cars, paint, and the weather effects. I mean, there's sometimes a very nice motion blur when you hit the NOS, and that's pretty cool, on top of all the cool sound effects. The physics in this game are great, and not everything is about drifting, even though I like to drift my way through most of the turns, but that's just my style. And just like the grip of the tires and how you set that up affects your drift. And yeah, the physics are just so nice. I just love it. Yeah, in this game you can even do a legit grip build, and not be an understeering piece of crap either. Yeah, you can really go to town on this game with the customization and your suspension. Yeah, I stayed away from the hardcore drift build myself because I just could not stand the oversteer. It was just hard to control this build type, and I'm sure other people are probably perfectly fine with that. But not me, bro. Not me. Not into it. I can do drifting just with like a kind of mid-range, like middle tier setup there, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, and the same goes for acceleration. In particular, the choice between a large turbo, the twin turbo, and the superchargers make all the difference in how your car runs during certain race types. If you find yourself in a race with a lot of straights, go for the large turbo, man. You get better top speed, and yeah, that's definitely the way to go in that. For the street race night builds, I usually went with something the cops can successfully slow and stop. So they bump your car down if you get stuck. You get that bust kind of progress bar where you have a certain amount of time to get moving before you get busted. So I went with something that kind of had superchargers, things that had a quick takeoff, or the twin turbo. I would go with that for my night builds, because, you know, the cops, you really got to be on your game to get away from them after a while. So yeah, fast stop and go acceleration. You know, you got those tight turns sometimes. So yeah, Need for Speed Heat is definitely kind of like has an RPG light tone to it. And when looking at it in hindsight, and your garage can become like an RPG party in a way. You know, you feel like, unless you feel like swapping parts on the same two cars all the time, which is annoying. You know, and who, I mean, honestly, who doesn't want a bunch of differently modded cars in their fictional garage? You can actually tell there's a difference also between the cars when you purchase them. You know, different sounds other than the look and the aesthetics of it. You know, every car has, you know, lightweight cars, obviously got nice acceleration. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The cool thing is, when you get your rep up to, I think it's the kind of the mid-20s, you can customize the performance of these cars to an even greater degree with these insano engine swaps. You want to put a V8 in a Fairlady Z? You can do it, bro. You can totally do it. And it rocks. You can throw a rotary engine and things just randomly, and they have a cool sound. Oh yeah. So if you get your rep level up, you can unlock the world, and you can make your beater car into a monster if you felt so inclined. Onto the other customization on a cosmetic level, that's equally amazing. You can really go crazy here. The only thing holding you back is your willingness to grind for the rep level to unlock stuff, and then grinding on the day races for money to buy the parts. So, you know, are you all about the grind, or you just want to play the game? So you gotta ask yourself these questions, you know, just like in real life. So yeah, Need for Speed Heat really allows you to be the master of your own domain, and it's pretty awesome. I love the freedom that Need for Speed gives the player. You can turn any baseline vehicle into any build you can think of. Want to turn a Chevy Bel Air into a drift machine? Done. Want to turn a Ford truck into a grip build super car killer? Done. I myself, well, Noodles actually, turned the Fairlady Z into an off-road, or on-road off-road street race monster. So he can take the cops through the dirt once his heat level rose too high, and their cars are obviously not set for, you know, off-road, which is great, because that'd be stupid. And yeah, it worked okay in that capacity and for this purpose. Okay, so let's talk about the sound. The sound in this game is great. The cars and the different engines, they have their own tones and voices, just like in real life. Add a turbo, get a blow-off valve spit sound. Or supercharger, get that constant metallic hiss, which I like. I really like the superchargers. Turbos are cool though, but I really like the superchargers. V8 doesn't sound like a turbocharged four-banger in real life, does it? Does it? It doesn't. It doesn't sound like it in the game either. V8 sounds like V8. You got a V10. You got a V12. And it sounds awesome. I just got a Lambo in the game. I might put some footage on that at the end. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, you can customize the sound of your exhaust tone. That's pretty awesome. Honestly, this video game is a car modder's dream for the poor schmucks like me who can't afford to mod real cars. And yeah, it's fun. The fun doesn't just extend to the aesthetics. The racing is awesome. This game is fun to play, and we enjoyed every minute of it. Oh yeah, baby. We enjoyed every minute of this game. It's really cool. So yeah. Anyways. So yeah. Well, up next will be our outro, and we'll talk about our conclusions here. All right.
Not so cocky now, huh?
So now that we've come to the end of our review, let's talk about our concluding thoughts here. So in conclusion, the line between arcade and simulation racing is nicely blurred here. The story is meh at best, but it gets you into the game, so you can't complain too much about that. You're not here for a story, and the one we get is serviceable, even if one of the main characters is extremely annoying. I mean, really annoying. Anna, I don't like you. Noodles doesn't like you either. So yeah, Need for Speed Heat is a welcome addition to the Need for Speed series. This game has been an improvement to some of the mediocre games in the series' recent history. Overall, we give this game 7 out of 10. That's not too bad. If you should play it, buy it, or spend any of your time on it, then the Atomic Friends give this game 2.5 thumbs up. 2.5. So that puts Need for Speed Heat in the buy on sale category. It's a buy on sale game. It has been out for some time, and we've seen it on sale more often than not, both on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation stores. This game is a lot of fun, and for the sale price, you'll definitely get your money's worth. This game has left me ponderous, and I wonder now what the future may hold for the Need for Speed franchise. And I hope that this isn't the last entry within this series. The game may be the first high watermark since Hot Pursuit, and has been the best go-around in a long time. We at the Atomic Friends are always playing games, and we'll bring you more reviews in the future. So give us a thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up if you enjoyed the review. And if you didn't, give us a thumbs down. Also, give us a thumbs down if you hate puppets. But always remember, don't forget, never forget, that those puppets, all puppets, they might hate you too. Oh yeah. Yeah, they might hate you. They might hate you too. Anyways, subscribe, hit that bell, and in order to get updates on new reviews by us here at the Atomic Friends. So we'll see you later. Bye. Bye.
Watch your mouth, Torres. And then we go way back since before you were around.
Hey, buddy. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Nothing else matters.